All right, so we're wrapping up the second lesson of the series. Why doesn't everybody go around and talk about something that they learned or can take away from today's lesson?
I learned how important posture is. It's amazing.
Excellent. I mean that's definitely something you can take onto the course. I mean it's definitely going to help your swings. I know you have much more athletic posture right now, so we'll take that into the next lesson. What about you, Sal? What's something you can take away?
I learned that opening my club face as a takeaway makes me much more likely to return it to square at impact. So if I'm taking it more square going back, chances are it'll be square coming through.
Exactly. That's going to be it's going to result in that straighter ball flight that we were seeing out of you later in the lesson. What about you, Joe?
I learned that if I want to improve my bunker play, I'm going to add a little bit of wrist hinge, so I get a little steeper and more behind the ball.
Excellent. What about you, Chris?
The biggest thing I took away from this lesson was just using the BLT method for chipping and kind of pitching around the greens, so that was very helpful.
All right, excellent. It sounds like you all took something away from this lesson. I mean, that's great. You all have my contact information, my email, my phone number. Don't hesitate to call me or email me before our next lesson. Do you have anything, any problems that were coming up or anything I can help you with? So that's it for today. Thank you all for coming. How do you guys feel the overall lessons went today?
I feel like it was really good. Really feel like I got a good feel for what my posture is supposed to be and what the path is supposed to be going back.
What about you, Chris?
I was pretty happy with it. I started hitting the ball a whole lot better than I have been, so that was encouraging.
So you guys definitely feel a lot more, comfortable over the ball. Patrice, what were some of the things that we worked on as far as the full swing?
Well, I worked on, like I mentioned, just staying in my posture, swinging around my spine angle more, and then also feel like I was taking it a little bit more to the outside as opposed to the inside.
Exactly, and that's going to help you from avoiding those blocks and also those hooks that you were talking about, especially that that path. Now we got a path that's coming less from the inside on the way out. We don't want that to happen. Chris, you definitely slowed down that swing from your transition time, and also you made it shorter, and that just made a huge difference in and of itself. I mean, you're hitting the ball so much better. Do you guys feel like you got some stuff to work on as far as your full swing? Any other things that you feel that you would need at all?
I think for me it's just a matter of timing, like getting used to having a little bit shorter swing and kind of working on that transition timing. But yeah, I mean, I hit the ball great today, so it was really a lot of fun.
Excellent. What about you, Patrick?
I think tempo also a major part. If I can incorporate some of the things you said and also slow it down a little bit, I think that'll be really helpful.
Excellent. I'm glad you guys got something out of today's lesson. If you need anything more, feel free to contact me. Like I said, I gave you my phone number and email. Whenever you get a chance to get on the range, get out there and practice. Because the more you get out there, the more comfortable that you're going to get over shots, the better that you're going to get. Plus, you got stuff to work on now too. And a lot of these changes aren't necessarily going to be easy. So the big thing there is again getting comfortable. So thanks again. Glad you guys enjoyed the lessons. Thank you, Chris. Patrick. All right, excellent. So just wrapping up today's lesson, you feel a little bit more comfortable and confident over some putts?
Yeah, I do. I really, I like that my arms are able to swing more freely instead of being bunted into my sides when I was so far bent over. And another thing I really felt when I was getting so low to the ground, my eye line was over the ball, was past the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
And my stroke was never straight back and straight through. It was always offline to start because my center of gravity wasn't directly over the ball. So when you told me I should bring my eye line more directly over the ball, it made it a lot easier to take it straight back and straight through.
Exactly. You see the line of the putt a lot better too that way.
Oh yeah.
And then also with reading greens, what's some things that you can, that I told you that'll even help you reading greens. I know you said you struggle with that too.
Yeah, well, when I get to a green, basically I'm coming out. This was before. I'm looking at the hole and I'm looking at a straight line to the hole, like as if that's the easiest way to get there. Because for most golfers, I believe it is. And now after you talking to me, I find that you're more putting to a spot on the green and letting the undulations and slope of the green take the ball to the hole.
Exactly. Yeah. So perfect. We're wrapping that up, and we definitely got some things to take to the course. I
I definitely like the putting stroke a lot better. Like you said
before, everybody's really unique. So, just giving yourself a solid foundation like that'll be, great going forward. So we'll take that to the course. You let me know how that goes for you.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sal. So today we covered, for the majority, how to hit a chip and a pitch shot. And to kind of, recap and wrap everything up, can you go ahead and, demonstrate that chip shot routine that we used?
Absolutely. So the first thing that you were showing me was the BLT method for chipping. First part of that, the B, is the ball position. So you told me to put it a little further back in my stance. The L is lean to my left side, and then the T would be to tilt my shaft angle forward. So that's going to kind of keep it coming out low and releasing like we want a chip to do. And then you kind of mentioned that just as a general rule, I want to putt when I can, I want to chip when I can't putt, and really I only want to pitch when I have to.
Exactly. That's one of the main things that you really have to remember. And then also, we were talking about pitch shots. Just as a recap, how would you set up for that shot?
For the pitch shot, I'd probably set it up a little bit further forward in my stance. I would allow my wrist to hinge a little bit more during takeaway, and just add a little bit more loft to the club as well, so it comes out a little higher.
Exactly. We'll take that into the next lesson. I mean, these are definitely great shots to have around the green. Obviously you're not going to be able to hit every green out there. So I mean, just having these shots, catcher ready, it's just, awesome. So thanks again. We'll keep working on it.